Welcome to my channel French Pulse. Let's enjoy learning French. Today we are going to learn about the imperative tense in French, that is l'impératif. This tense is used to express an order, a request, or to convey an urgent message. Now let's see the formation of l'impératif in French. It is taken from the tu, nous and vous form of present tense of the verb without the subject pronoun. So we have to remove the subject pronoun tu, nous and vous. And something that is very important, in tu form of all ER verbs, whether they are regular or they are irregular, the last S is dropped. Now let's see how to form l'impératif in French. Let's see how to conjugate a regular ER verb and a regular IR verb in the affirmative form. Now, this is écoute, which means listen, écoutons, let us listen, écoutez. Remember we said the formation is the same as present tense, but we need to remove the subject pronoun tu, nous and vous. And remember we said all ER verbs, whether they are regular or irregular, the S that was supposed to be here is removed. And in finir, of course, we don't remove the S. So fini, finissant, finissez. That means finish, let us finish and finish. Now let's see how to form imperative tense in negative form. Let's look at the conjugation of aller in the negative form. So, it's ne va pas, that means don't go. N'allons pas, which means let's not go. N'allez pas means don't go. Now, let's look at some exceptions in imperative formation. Here are the exceptions. Savoir. The conjugation in imperative tense is sache, sachons, sachez, which means know, let's know and know. Avoir, ayons, ayez, which has the meaning of have. Have patience, for example. Let's have patience, have patience. Vouloir is veuille, veuillons, veuillez. It has the meaning of please. Let's take an example. Veuillez remplir la fiche. Please fill the form. And être means to be. Sois, soyons, soyez. For example, be patient, be courageous. Let's be patient and be patient. So, these are the exceptions. You can remember in this way. S-A-V-E. This is another way of just remembering that the exceptions are savoir, avoir, vouloir and être. Let's look at some more exceptions. Remember, we learned ER verbs, aller, don't take the S in the tu form. Now, here we have two verbs, ouvrir and offrir. Although they are IR verbs, they are conjugated like ER verbs. Therefore, in the imperative tense, for ouvrir also, the S will not be there. So, ouvre, ouvrons, ouvrez. Open, let's open, open. And let's look at offrir. Offre again, S that was there in the present tense will not be there. Offre, offrons, offrez. Offer, let's offer and offer. Now, let's see how to conjugate imperative in reflexive verbs or pronominal verbs. Let's look at how to conjugate the verb se lever, which is a reflexive verb or a pronominal verb that means to get up. So, this is the present tense of the verb. Remember, we said imperative. We take the present tense, tu form, nous form and the vous form without the subject pronoun. Now let's see how to conjugate se lever in present tense first. Tu te lèves, nous levons, vous levez. Now what happens in imperative affirmative? Let's see. Lève-toi, lèvons-nous, levez-vous, which means get up. Let's get up, get up. Now notice here, this becomes toi in imperative affirmative form. So it's lève-toi, lèvons-nous, levez-vous. Now let's see how to conjugate imperative negative form. Let's learn how to conjugate se lever in imperative negative form. First, present tense. Tu ne te lèves pas. Nous ne nous levons pas. Vous ne vous levez pas. So in imperative, what happens? Again, it comes back to te. In affirmative, we had changed the te to toi, but here it remains te. Ne te lève pas, don't get up. Ne nous levons pas, that means let us not get up. Ne vous levez pas. Let's learn imperative tense with some more examples. Let's learn how to do exercises in imperative in French. Let's take an example. Prendre ton livre. Now remember, we'll get a clue in the form of possessive adjective in most of our sentences. In case we don't, I'll tell you what to do. So here we've got the verb prendre, and in the to form it is prends ton livre. Take your textbook. Remplir votre verre. Now here I've got votre, which indicates it has to be the vous form. So remplissez votre verre. Fill up your glass. Se lever tôt. In this sentence, there's no indicator as possessive adjective. So in such a case, we can write anything. We can write lève-toi tôt. Lèvons-nous tôt. Levez-vous tôt. So let's get up early, or get up early in levez-vous also. Now, ne pas ouvrir. Remember we said ouvrir is an IR verb that is conjugated like an ER verb. So, n'ouvre pas ta porte. So what happens here? We don't put the S which was there in the to form. Then, ne pas se promener juste après ton repas. Here my possessive adjective is telling me that it has to be to form. So, ne te promène pas juste après ton repas. You notice here also we don't have the S in the to form. So here we've got our clue here. You can see possessive adjective will give you a clue or an indicator as to which form to use, whether to use tu, nous or vous. And if there isn't, you can use any of the three forms. I hope you've learned how to use l'impératif in French. Do click the link in the description box for more exercises on the same. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Au revoir et à bientôt.